Okay, so for the next step, once we look at the architecture diagram, the first thing that we are going to set up is basically the AWS Lambda. Sometimes we also say AWS Lambda is the heart of the whole system. So now if we actually go to um, the AWS management console, uh, writing some code in that console is sometimes very tricky because of so many pop-ups and so many windows. So a good practice is basically um, we can write that code and everything in Visual Studio, and then later on there are different strategies through which we can put our code from our local development environment and then send it to the AWS management console. Now obviously there are strategies such as Terraform, GitHub, and all those various things, but because our whole strategy at this point of time is to keep things as simple as possible, so that's why we are just going to create a local repository and make the changes, because it's a very simple application that we are trying to build, and the main core fundamental is to understand how these services work. So we'll try to keep it as simple as possible, and then later on, once we gain more experience, we'll try to introduce a little bit more sophistication into our project. But for now, let's try to build everything manually, step by step, so that everything is transparent. So to begin with, let's create a folder structure. We can name it whatever we want. We can say lambda code, something of that sort, doesn't matter. And then once we have the folder here, let's go inside that folder and create a file, say something as lambda.py as of now. So we'll open up this lambda.py. The intention is we will compose all our code in this particular file, and then we will copy this code to our AWS Lambda. All right.